All right, welcome back to another week with Mrs. Anderson in math. We are on section B, lesson 3, and this is a total review lesson, so this one's going to go pretty quick. I don't really need to teach you much because you're just converting between fractions and decimals and then keeping whatever symbol sign that they have. So because you can divide any integer by any non-zero integer, you can use long division to write fractions and mixed numbers as decimals. These decimals are rational numbers and will either terminate or repeat. So just kind of a visual, terminating decimal is a decimal that ends. It's just a definite answer, 1 and 5/10, negative 25 hundredths, 10 and 824 thousandths. It's a done deal. When you do it in the calculator, it just gives you that exact answer, and it's not going on and on. Obviously, a repeating decimal is something that keeps repeating a pattern. Here it's repeating a 3, here it's repeating a 15. So you put that little bar there. Again, stuff you already knew. So A and B are just going to give you examples of what to do. When you have a fraction, you're going to turn it into an when you have a mixed number, you're going to turn it into an improper fraction and then just divide. I don't care if you use calculators. You're obviously at home. If you're in advanced math, you're going to be able to use calculators next year, so just use a calculator for this. Here we have just a fraction. Just do the division. So I'm going to show you 1 through 4 at the bottom real quick. So here's 1 through 4 up here. I'm going to use my calculator. So 6 divided by 5. 6 divided by 5, and you get a 1.2. Since it's a negative, it's going to stay a negative. And that's it. Coming over here, 7, and this is a 3/8. So I first got to turn that into an improper fraction. So 8 times 7 is 56. 57, 58, 59 over 8. And now I'm gonna, don't know why I wrote 58 over 8. So 59 divided by 8 equals, this is a terminating decimal. It's not going on forever. Since this is a negative, my answer is going to be a negative. What was that, 375? And that's it. Over here we have negative 3/11. So I'm gonna take 3 divided by 11. That one's repeating. It's gonna keep repeating the same pattern. So I'm just gonna keep it a negative, 0.27, and I'm gonna put that bar over top to show that it's gonna keep repeating those same two numbers. It has to go over both of them because both the 2 and the 7 keep repeating. All right, over here again, do an improper fraction. So 27 times 1 is 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 over 27. It's positive. I'm going to keep it positive. So 32 divided by 27. And looks like it's repeating 185, 185. So then the calculator just rounded it to that 19, because that 5 would make that 8 round up. So truly the 185 is the one that's repeating. So it's going to be 1.185. The line is going to go over all of that, and that's your final answer. And now on the next page, we're going to have decimals, and we're going to turn them into fractions. So I'm just going to do 5 through 8. I already wrote it down. Don't need a calculator really. If you just read what the decimal says, you're going to be able to write that answer. This is negative 3/10, negative 3/10, and that's it. Number 6, 125 thousandths, 125 thousandths. Now I know this can be reduced, so as all fractions, they need to be reduced as much as possible. So 25 can go into both of these. I'm thinking of quarters, so if this was $1.25, that would give me 5 quarters. 25 can go into 1,040 times. This can still be reduced. 5 can go into 5 once. 5 can go into 48 times. And that's it. Over here it's a negative, so my answer is going to remain negative. 3 1/10. 3 1/10. Again, if you just read the decimal properly, it's going to tell you what to write. -10 and 25 hundredths. Well, I know 25 hundredths. Think of quarters. That's 1 out of 4 quarters. So 25, I know it's one of those I have memorized. Is just going to be 1/4. And again, if you needed it to do it the long way, 25 over 100, and then it would still be reduced. And that's it. So easy lesson today. Go over to Big Ideas. You got 10 problems. Make it a great week, guys.